So today our group will present about health and safety in warehouse. Health and safety are very important in warehouse operations because they help protect workers, prevent accidents, and ensure that daily activities run smoothly and efficiently. Now I will explain about risk assessment. Risk assessment is the process of identifying hazard in the workplace, evaluating the risk, and taking appropriate control measures to reduce accidents and injuries. In a warehouse, risk assessment helps us identify dangers before they cause harm to workers or damage to equipment. It is an important step in maintaining a safe working environment. Okay, so next we are going to look at the importance of risk assessment. Risk assessment helps identify potential workplace hazards and prevent accidents and injuries. It protects employees and warehouse assets from harm and damage. It also improves workplace safety standards, ensure compliance with safety regulation, and reduce operational disruptions. By conducting regular risk assessment, companies can create a safer and efficient workplace. Now I will discuss about fire safety. Fire safety is essential for protecting employees, warehouse facility, inventory, and daily operations from fire-related incidents. The benefit of fire safety include protecting human lives, preventing property damage, reducing financial losses, and maintaining business continuity. Therefore, all employees should follow fire safety procedures and be aware of emergency exits and firefighting equipment.
Slips and trips Part 2. There are several common causes of slips and trips in a warehouse. These include wet or slippery floor caused by spills, loose cable and wire left across walkways, poor housekeeping, uneven floor surface, and insufficient lighting. When workers cannot clearly see hazards or when pathways are blocked, the risk of accidents increase significantly. For example, a worker carrying goods may not notice a liquid spill on the floor, could slip, causing injuries to themselves and damage to the product they are carrying. Therefore, maintaining a clean and organized workplace is essential to ensuring employee safety and smooth warehouse operation. Preventive measures for slips and trips. To prevent slips and trips, warehouses must implement effective safety measures and encourage employees to follow safe work practice. One of the most important actions is cleaning spills immediately to prevent slippery surfaces from becoming a hazard. Walkways and emergency exits should always be kept clear of obstacles, equipment, and store materials. In addition, warning signs should be placed in hazardous areas, especially during cleaning activities or when floors are wet. Proper lighting is also important because it helps workers to identify potential hazards more easily. Employees should wear non-slip safety footwear to improve grip and reduce the risk of falling. Regular inspection should also be conducted to identify hazards before incidents occur. By combining these preventive measures with employee awareness and training, organizations can create a safer workplace and significantly reduce the number of slip and trip accidents. Working at height. Next, I will explain working at height, which refers to tasks performed on ladders, elevated platforms, storage racks, or any area where a worker could fall and become injured. Working at height is one of the most hazardous activities in a warehouse because falls often result in severe injuries or fatalities. Some common risks include falling from ladders due to loss of balance, falling from elevated platform because of inadequate protection, and being struck by falling objects from higher storage area. These accidents not only harm workers, but can also damage warehouse equipment, inventory, and business operation. For example, if a worker climbs an unstable ladder to retrieve goods from a high shelf, there is a risk of falling if the ladder is not properly secure. Similarly, items stored incorrectly on elevated racks may fall and strike workers below. Therefore, proper planning, supervision, and safety precautions are necessary whenever employees work at night. At heights. Okay, safety equipment required. To reduce the risk associated with working at height, workers must use the appropriate safety equipment. One of the most important pieces of equipment is the safety harness, which helps prevent workers from falling by securing them to a safe anchor point. If a fall occurs, the harness helps stop the fall and reduce the risk of serious injuries. Another essential item is the safety helmet, which protects the head from impacts caused by falling or falls objects. Workers should also wear safety shoes, which provide good grip on different surfaces and protect the feet from heavy objects and other workplace hazards. Using the correct safety equipment is not only a company requirement, but also a personal responsibility. Even the best procedure may not be enough if worker fails to wear the necessary protective equipment. Therefore, all employees must ensure that their safety equipment is in good condition and used correctly before starting any task at height. These safety measures help minimize accidents and create a safer working environment for everyone in the warehouse. Safety equipment required, Part 2. Guardrails are installed around elevated platforms, walkways, and working areas to create a physical barrier that prevent workers from accidentally stepping or falling off the edge. They are especially important in areas where employees frequently move around while carrying tools and materials. Another important safety measure is the use of safety net. Safety nets are placed below elevated work areas to catch workers or falling objects if any accident occurs. They help reduce the impact of a fall, can significantly lower the risk of serious injuries or fatalities. However, safety alert is not enough. Workers must be trained to use the equipment correctly and inspect it regularly to ensure it is in good condition. Damaged or poor maintained equipment may fail during an emergency and increase the risk of accident. In conclusion, guardrails and safety nets play an important role in fall protection. Together with safety harnesses, helmets, safety shoes, they help create a safer working environment and protect workers when performing tasks at height. Alright, thank you.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Nur Shazira Al-Sharansha. Today I will explain about warehouse accident. There are 3 common accidents in a warehouse. These accidents can affect workers' safety and can slow down work operation. Accident 1. Forklift accident. The first accident is forklift accident. It usually happens because of high speed, poor visibility, and inexperienced operator. To prevent this accident, it have to give proper training to operator, follow speed limit, and check and maintain forklift regularly. Safety training is important because it helps workers use forklift safely and reduce accident.
Accident number 2. Slips, trips and fall. The second accident is slips, trips and falls. Common causes are wet floors, blocked pathways and poor housekeeping. To prevent this accident, we must keep the work area clean, put warning sign in dangerous areas, and do regular inspection. Safety training helps workers identify hazard and follow safe work practices.
Accident 3. Falling object.